Now we are going to be writing a polynomial function given the zero. So we're going to kind of work backwards to what we did with the graphs. We found the zeros, the graphs from the functions. Now we're going to work backwards and create the function. Now there are an infinite amount of answers here. I'm just going to deal with kind of one type of answer that we have. So technically should have the f of x notation or some sort of notation, g of x, h of x, whatever you want it to be. I'll stick with f of x. I'll bring it back at the end when we write our answer. So my solutions are 0, 3, and -1. Notice I said 3 has a multiplicity of 2. So what that means is what we're looking at here. An answer of 0 comes from just x. An answer of 3 comes from x minus 3. Now, if there's a multiplicity of 2, that means that answer pops up twice. So x minus 3 squared. And then an answer of -1 comes from a binomial of x plus 1. Now, it could be as easy as that. We could be done right there, but I'm asking for more. I'm asking for standard form and descending order. So that means we have to multiply everything out. So you go through. I FOIL and multiply the binomials together first before I do anything else. So I'm going to go leave that x out there. It's going to be the last thing I put through. I'm going to FOIL this part out first. I get an x squared minus 6x plus 9. Then I rewrite the x plus 1. Next, I'm going to take care of these two. Multiply that through. Okay, and then the other one down here as well. So writing that out, I have x times, I have x cubed minus 6x squared plus 9x. And then just rewriting everything, plus x squared minus 6x plus 9. Before I'm going to distribute the x, I'm going to combine like terms. So I got that. So I have x times x cubed minus a 5x squared plus a 3x plus a 9. Distribute the x, and we are done. So hopefully nothing too crazy with these. We know how to kind of multiply polynomials. It's just taking it one thing at a time. There could be some bigger polynomials here that we're looking at. But this, for the most part, is what we'll see. Now, we're good there. Next slide is kind of our segue slide between this week and next week. We're getting radical answers next week. This week, we're not going to be really dealing with that, finding those solutions here. But we are going to work backwards here. Now, one solution is 1 plus the square root of 3. My other solution is 1 minus the square root of 3. Now, this comes from here. So we have f of x equals, we have x minus the whole thing, 1 plus the square root of 3. One of our solutions. I'll switch up colors here. 1 plus the square root of 3. My other solution comes from x minus again, 1 minus the square root of 3. I got to FOIL this out somehow. Now, looking at this, I'm going to shift the parentheses. I'm going to put my parentheses around the x minus 1, which is okay. We can do that and go from there. I'm going to take those out of there for our notes purposes. So I'm going to just shift the parentheses first. So I'm going to shift it. It's going to be x minus 1 now, plus radical 3, and then x minus 1 again, minus the radical 3. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I have the exact same thing inside the parentheses now, just minus the signs in the middle. Think back to if you had like x minus 2 times x plus 2. To FOIL it, you would just do first and last. It'd be x squared minus 4. That's our little side note there. That's the reason for doing this.
All right, so all I need to do here is first terms. So that ends up being x minus 1 squared, which we'll take care of. And then the last terms, minus square root of 3 times square root of 3 is just 3. Take it, FOIL out the x minus 1 at any point in time. X squared minus 2x plus 1 minus 3. I didn't really need parentheses. I don't really know why I put them, but you just got to combine like terms here at the end. F of x is what we're looking at, or g of x, or whatever the notation is. We should have something, but there's our answer. And that's what we're looking at. I do have a couple more typed out here that you can take a look at or written out. That's an old example. I have one typed out using the graph to help us out. So you can utilize that and take a look at those on your own. But the video has two